Hello everyone, and welcome to our today's session on why ACCA. And my instant reaction to that is why not? So, people who don't know me, my name is Zaheer Sayed. I am an ACCA member, been a member for almost a decade, and I passed my ACCA exams in 2007. And all my practical experience, whether it's in practice, whether it's in industry, has been very much in India. I worked with organizations like Ernst& Young, WNS, Union Bank of Switzerland, and Software Stereo. Um, so in my today's video, I really wanted to capture this very important question that comes to almost every new student who wants to inquire about ACCA or who is still not sure about whether they want to do ACCA or not, which is why ACCA. And this is something that we were taught as part of our corporate trainings, a methodology of boomeranging a question. Ask the person why not. And that is what I'm going to do. But of course, because this is a video, so I know that there are these questions which usually come to us all the time, because while I'm here speaking as an ACCA member, I would also talk about Financial Planning Academy, where I teach, and I do in my in my time there, I do get so many queries from students, from parents, a lot of time teachers, that why would anyone want to do ACCA? So the first thing, when you ask why not, it's not recognized in India, and fair enough, because ACCA is not a qualification that is a household name. It's not that when you go to your grandfather's house and you tell them that I'm doing ACCA, they will know that. Yeah. So the qualification is relatively new, but that. Having said that, it's not all that new. In fact, I know so many people who have been ACCAs in India for almost 15 years, 20 years. In fact, there are colleges and institutes that have been running ACCA program for almost 15 odd years. So therefore, it is not that new as well. Of course, depending on which geography do you come from. For example, I'm in Mumbai, and I absolutely agree that ACCA is a relatively new phenomenon here. However, look at the fact that in the last just 2-3 odd years, almost every student now or college teacher or tuition provider, etc., is aware of what ACCA program is. So therefore, it's not recognized, probably is no longer the problem. Everyone knows about this, be it college, be it industry, be it companies. For example, big fours now hire ACCAs in big numbers. So therefore, it's no longer a problem that when you say to someone that I'm doing ACCA, they will be completely taken, with a shock that, what is that all about? Okay. So that's first thing first. Now, the second thing is that usually people say, ACCAs, they don't get jobs. Okay, well, to answer that, tell me any qualification that can give you an absolute 1000 guarantee that here you go, as soon as you start studying this qualification, this is the offer letter in your hand. Yeah, if they are doing that, it's probably a scam. Yeah, so no qualification will tell you that here you go, this is your job. Offer letter, and as soon as you start studying or as soon as you finish, you step out of, one day you're done with your qualification and here you have your job offer. It doesn't work like that. Be it any the best of IB schools may not be able to guarantee that, and ACCA will not do that as well. However, I can confirm and I can say that with full confidence is that with a qualification like ACCA, you will not be jobless for far too long. Well, to be fair, my experience has been phenomenally great. As soon as I was done with my qualification, when I headed back to India after doing my studies in UK, because at that time there were not too many providers in Mumbai. I got my first job at Ernst& Young in stat audits. Yeah. So therefore, finding job probably is not that difficult. In fact, I could say it was difficult maybe 10 years ago, but if I could get it then there is no problem per se to do that now. Yeah, there are loads of opportunities. In fact, if you go to the ACCAjobs or career portal, and you will find a good 1,000+ job opportunities at any given time. Yeah, in fact, just before recording this session, I was looking at the portal and I saw 1026 job open jobs, on the portal, and a good chunk of them are with big fours like Ernst& Young, PwC, KPMG, Deloitte, and then there are loads of others with lots of banks like Citibank or Credit Suisse, or for example, you will have MNCs like Accenture, etc., etc. In fact, I was surprised to see that there are a lot of now smaller practices as well who have started to hire ACCAs in the stat audit. In fact, one of the first profile that I did got to, and I would love to show that to you, because as I said, I was looking at the website, and the first job that I saw was an audit executive in Bangalore, and this is for fresh ACCA, someone who's got no experience, who's got zero experience, just has done the ACCA qualification. That means you're an ACCA affiliate, and they are being offered 20 to 25,000. Now, anyone who is a qualified accountant, who is aspiring to become a qualified accountant, they will love for an opportunity like this. Yeah, because 25,000 as your first salary is brilliant. Yeah, and of course, this is all because you are a qualified accountant. Yeah, so as I was saying, that there are semi-qualified job openings where you're getting 15 to 20k. As you can see, then there is EY hiring in Mumbai, lots of opportunities at EY and other top 10 firms as well. In fact, we recently placed a good number of students at one of the leading audit firms globally called Baker Tilly, which is part of Hari Bhakti, so they are an association. So, we placed a lot of our students there. So, as far as the jobs are concerned, it is no longer a problem. Like, look, you can see over here as well, Morgan Stanley, Credit Suisse, these are all top banks that people would love to, and it's a dream for anyone to work in organizations like these, right? So, again, when people say, oh, there are no jobs when it comes to ACCA, like Accenture, as I said, MNC, Citibank, Accenture, Amazon, yeah. Now, if anyone says that, it's fine, these are only MNCs and these are international firms or these are big firms, what about the smaller firms? Tell me something. Who would want to only work in a small firm? I am not against any small firm, but if you have an opportunity to work with a larger firm, like for example Goldman Sachs is a top firm. They've only posted a job about a day ago, yeah, and today is 19th of Feb and I'm recording this. Why would you not want to work with Goldman Sachs, which is one of the world's largest bank? Yeah, so therefore, when people talk about, oh, the jobs are not there, then, please make sure that you go to the website here. And again, if you think that, these are fake jobs, feel free to go to the LinkedIn. These are also jobs that are posted on LinkedIn by these companies. You can go and search over there and you will be able to, find all of these opportunities there, and probably a lot more there as well. Yeah. So, as I said, normally your first few questions are around, it's not recognized, you don't get jobs. Then the third most common question gets asked to me is that they can't practice in India. Yes, absolutely true. You don't get a license to sign the financials in India. There is no two ways about it. But I want to ask the people, again, as I said, I'm going to do a boomerang and I'm going to ask, how many actually stay back into, the practice environment forever. At least the number of chartered accountants that I have worked in, majority of them eventually move into an industry where they work with an organization, they work with a bank, they work with a consulting firm. Because running a practice is running a business, and not all the people aspire to have their own business. They would, rather stick to a job where there is security, there is, assurance that you will get your pay. And again, practice is a very, very competitive environment. Yeah, it is not that you have a license and then everyone is like, wow, I want to work with you, I will give you my audit, I will give you my accounting, I will give you my taxation. There is a lot of efforts, in practice, and it is running like any other business. And you ask any businessman and they will say, yes, it is not easy. But again, there is someone who says, no, but I want to have my own practice. Then yes, who's stopping you to have your own practice? Open your practice, but get someone to work with you who will be willing to share the license with you, and they can sign the financials. You do the audit work, you've learned how to audit, you know exactly what are the things required. Do all of that and get someone to sign that off for you, And again, I will not go into the nitty-gritties of how do you do the agreement, etc. I'm sure you can always find that out yourselves. But the point is, if you really, really want a practice, get a partner who can do that with you. Yeah. Remember, all these top firms like Big Fours, EY, KPMG, PwC, Deloitte, all of these firms, they don't have their own licenses in India. They work with Indian organizations. Yeah. So when I was at EY, I was working at SR Bartleby and Associates. Yeah, they have the license, and like this, most of the top firms, like I was just giving an example of Baker Tilly. Baker Tilly works with Hari Bhakti and Company. Yeah, so this is nothing to be ashamed of. It is all about collaboration. I don't see why there is harm in collaborating. Yeah, when we are so high on the fact that make in India, work in India, then these are sort of things that we will do. We will have to collaborate wherever, whenever possible. Yeah. So if you really, really want to practice and you think, yes, business is what you would love to do, again, ACCA will never ever be an hindrance, because you can do everything that is required to, make sure the business works. It is just that the license, and as I said, the license can always be, gotten through partnerships, etc. Right? So that is another myth, and I think you should not really fall for that. The fourth very common thing that comes is that ACCA people only have to go outside India. Yeah. Again, why would you want to go outside India when all these opportunities that I just showed you were in India? If I take you again back to that screen, if you look at my search filter, there you go. Yeah, I have in my filter only put India, and these are 1,000 odd jobs in India. Of course, if I take that India filter out, there are 31,000 jobs. Yeah. So therefore, you don't have to go outside India. Of course, I know a lot of people aspire to, and that's why they do get into the qualification. But again, if you want to, you can, because there are countries like Australia, Canada, Middle East, the UK, the Europe, where there is always demand for qualified accountants, and a lot of these countries do provide mutual agreements where you can opt for the license in these countries as well. So if you want to, you can go to these countries, open your own practice, work in the MNCs. There is absolutely no one stopping you doing that. But me being very patriotic, I've always felt that there are enough opportunities in our own country here. We are a growing economy. We will continue to grow, and I don't see why anyone has to go outside India to make a career. It is all here. Believe me, I have seen this in the last 10 odd years, and I assure you, you will see that as well. Okay. So, again, you don't have to travel outside India. If you want to, you can always do. But if you don't want to, there are enough career opportunities for ACCAs to pursue in India. Now coming to some of the finer details, because of course now I'm sure by now you have started to understand that okay, I think I may not have been given the relevant guidance, and maybe that's why I was thinking ACC is not a good choice. Yeah, because remember, as I speak, there are thousands of students who are studying ACCA all over India. Yeah, in fact, we at FPA must have trained at least a good 300, 350 plus students in just 2 years of operations, including a year with COVID. Yeah, so you can imagine there is such a big demand for the course is unfathomable, right? So, giving you now the finer details of what ACCA has, and again, I know there are enough videos out there. There is also ACCA global website where you can find everything. But for anyone who wants to stick to this video that you're watching and you want to understand what are those final things, let me quickly tell you that in the course there are 13 papers. 13 papers split between 3 levels. There is a foundation level, there is skill level, and there is a professional level, right? So there are 3 papers at foundation, there are 6 at skill, and then there are 4 at your professional level. The way these are done is that at foundation level you learn BT, which is business and technology, which has got a combination of a lot of stuff that you've already done at say your bachelor's or a master's level. Then you've got management accounting, and then you've got your financial accounting, right? So these are your 3 papers. Once you're done with that, comes a very big advantage of again why ACCA is that as soon as you've done these 3 papers, you do a very small online ethics assessment module. It's a self-assessment where you can do it at your own pace, and it's free once you have completed your 3 papers. Once you do that ethics module, you get a diploma or a certificate from ACCA to state that you have already achieved a basics in applied accounting. So basically, you already have some certification from a body like ACCA, which is 100+ year body, which has accepted globally, has got hundreds of offices all over the world. The members are working, the students are working in 180+ countries. So the global reach is there. From that body, you get a certificate say that yes, this person has done, a certification in applied accounting. Then come to the skill level where you learn management accounting, which is performance management. You do taxation. We typically opt for UK because that is the closest to the Indian taxes. Then we do, sorry, I forgot about the law paper, which is global law. Global law is something where you get taught about international policies like UN policies, arbitration policies, companies act a little bit, and again all of these are quite common in our when you look at our Indian laws as well. So you will anyways get all of that good knowledge which you can use eventually. Then, as I was saying, there is performance management, which is a higher version of management accounting. Then you have UK taxation. Then you have your financial reporting, which is an IFRS paper, extremely important because now in India, Ind AS, which is IFRS applied, and all the companies, the listed companies, they have to start following it. So that's a very relevant paper for all of us. Then there is audit paper. Again, audit anywhere in the world you go, they are common in nature. And then last comes your financial management. Yeah. So there are 6 papers here. Once you're done with this, again, the beauty of the qualification is that you do another module, ethics module, professional skills module, and you get your an advanced diploma from ACCA to say that yes, this person's know accounting. Yeah. Then comes your final level, which is your professional level, where there are 4 papers that are needed to be done from the total 6. There are SBR and SBL, which is Strategic Business Reporting and Business Leader, they are compulsory papers. SBL is a paper which is more like a IIM case study paper. Okay, it's a 4-hour paper where 1 hour is given just to study the case study, and it's only one case study, and it's a brilliant paper. You will enjoy learning as well as attending the paper. So that's your SBL. The next is SBR, which is again IFRS advanced version. It gives you an end-to-end understanding of how the reporting works, including some of the newer concepts around financial instruments, leases, hedges, etc. Yeah. Then comes your next two papers. Now these two papers are to be done from the optional 4. Now these optional 4s are advanced performance management, financial management, taxation and auditing. Now if you think you love audits, take the audit. If you think you love tax, take the tax. If you don't like these two, take FM and PM and you're done. Yeah. So in all, you have to do 13 papers. As soon as you're done with 13 papers, you become an ACCA affiliate. Okay. Once you are done with ACCA affiliate, you have to do a 36 months of work experience, wherein you have to make sure that you achieve the practical experience requirements, which is relevant work, as well as your objectives, technical as well as essential objectives. And again, if you want to know more about what these objectives are, how do you record the PER, you can visit my another video which is full-fledgedly on the practical experience requirements on ACCA. Yeah. So in all, 13 papers, that is to do with your syllabus. Now coming to the beauty again, the flexibility. You only have to do one paper at a time. Now, if I ask any one of you, whoever is watching the video, I'm going to ask you, if I give you, more than one paper to study at a time, you will have to split your focus between the 2 papers, 3 papers, 4 papers. And if I ask you now, versus the 2 papers, 3 papers or 4 papers that you get, if I only give you one paper to give, the chances of clearing these 2, 3, 4 papers are high, or chance of clearing this one paper is high. Your answer probably is one paper, because you focused 100% on this one paper. So therefore, ACCA is, if you ask me, because I'm an ACCA member as well, and I've done these studies, and I can tell you, this probably is one of the biggest pluses of ACCA, that you get one paper to do. It is so much achievable when you have to do one paper at a time. You do it every quarter, because the exams are every quarter. So every year you're able to at least clear 4 papers. And now with 13 papers to do, you have to do a 3 years, 3.5 years, and you're done and dusted. Once you are an ACCA, it is like, a globally accepted qualification in your pocket. The world is your playground. You can go anywhere you want to work. You can choose any field you want to. As I said, it is globally accepted. I showed you all the companies that are hiring. So it is no longer about that I will only have these 3 options, 4 options, and I don't have anything else. You've got a fantastic option like ACCA, and you can pursue that. And believe me, there are so many of us, who are ACCA members, affiliates and students, who are already reaping the benefits of doing this qualification, right? So, one paper at a time, every quarter you do. Look at the pass rates. Now again, this is where I also want to give a disclaimer, because I know a lot of people go on out in the market and say, it's very easy, anyone can do it. I will make it absolutely clear, and anyone who has sat with me for any kind of discussions, like parents and students, they know the first thing that I say is that if you don't want to work hard, ACCA is not for you. Yes, it is a doable qualification, but it is not an easy qualification. You'll have to put in the effort, you will have to put in the hours, you will have to make sure that persistence, that faith, that push will need to be there. Otherwise, like any other professional qualification, ACCA is also difficult. It is not something that you can study in 3 days and go and give the paper and you will clear. You'll have to put in the efforts and then you will pass. Yeah, so please don't fall for any marketing gimmicks. Oh, it is easy, you can do it in year and a half and done. No. Yeah, you have to be super duper genius to do it. And of course, there are people out there, but I would like to believe a lot of them are like me, who took a good 2.5 3 years to finish the qualification. Yeah, so therefore it's not easy, but it's a very doable. Why? Look at the passing percentages and you will see on an average 40 to 50% is your pass rate. So if you look at the foundation level, it is between 60 to 70. You look at skill level between 40 to 50. If you look at the professional level, between 30 and 40. Yeah, so that's the kind of average that you will see as far as the passing percentages are concerned. Yeah, so therefore when it comes to the overall qualification, if you talk about whether the acceptability there, absolutely there. Jobs are there, absolutely there. Is it doable? Absolutely there. Yeah, that's why my question is, why not? When you are able to do all of these things, and the icing on the top now, a lot of people think that when you are doing ACCA, you will have to again go for articleships, internships, and that is where you will not be able to maybe focus on your studies and you'll not be able to give the time. ACCA's beauty of flexibility. Again, you don't have to work while you're studying. In fact, I make sure that my students don't even take up a job until they get to the P level. Of course, there are exceptions, but I've always suggested every student and anyone who's listening to the video now, don't take up the jobs if it is not absolutely critical for you. Because of course, a lot of people have to, like I had to. Now, I was working throughout my studies because I couldn't otherwise would have been able to pay for the exam fees, etc. while studying in London. But again, if you're in India, it is very much achievable. It's not an exorbitant expensive course. It is very much achievable course in terms of the expense. So finish your course, at least get done with the first 9 papers and then take up a job. Because remember guys, it's this 3 years which you have to invest. If you're able to invest for these 3 years, the rest of your life you only have to work and make money. Yeah, so if you can get that support, make sure you use that support, put your full heart into it, and make sure that you're able to complete this qualification 3.5 years time. Yeah, because I said after that you are anyways working. Being a part qualified ACCA, like any other qualification, is an absolutely no point. Yeah, of course there are exceptions. Again, someone will tell me, oh, most of the people who are rich today, they dropped out. Yes, but how many are there? Yeah, there is a majority of the people who are still at jobs which are not fulfilling, not highly paid, and they still regret that why they did not pursue higher qualification, right? So if you are getting an opportunity, make sure you use that and go for ACCA. Yeah, so as I said, it's an icing. You can do your internship, articleship of 36 months after you have completed ACCA, while you are doing ACCA. And sometimes people come to do ACCA after they've already started working, and that experience is counted as well. Therefore, you can refer to my other video where I'm talking about the PER requirements, where you can see that this is absolutely doable. Yeah, so again, coming back to why not, as you can see, there are n number of reasons, and I can go on because look, I'm an ACCA advocate, so I anyways would go on, but here I've only talked about stuff which is absolutely legit and can be checked anywhere. Yeah, that's why I opened the website and showed you the jobs and what are the kind of companies that are hiring. Now the last thing, because of course, and as I said, I'm part of FPA, so I will only take the next 2 minutes to tell you why you should join us at FPA to pursue your ACCA. We are a gold approved partner. Yeah, so we have proven the fact that we are focusing on students' progression. We are giving and when you talk about progression, it means that students eventually move from say knowledge to skill to professional level. So in our 2 years journey, we've already proven that. So we are a gold approved partner. Yeah. We provide online, offline lectures. We are teaching students all over the world. Our students come from, all kind of, all geographical regions all over the world. Yeah. We have trained professionals who take care of your lectures, be it knowledge level, skill level, or professional level. A lot of papers are done by myself. I teach them, especially the P-level papers. And most importantly, yeah, we don't just teach and we forget about it. We focus on the conceptual clarity, because we understand that ACCA is not about just doing a rote learning. You need to understand the concepts, and therefore we at FPA cover the full syllabus. Yeah, we cover the full syllabus, and when I say full syllabus, we use approved ACCA content, and in that content, when we have a textbook that we use, the whole syllabus is covered. Therefore, you will never ever feel, oh, why did this topic was left out, or that topic was given as a homework, etc. We do the whole syllabus in the class. We support you through progress tests, mocks, multiple doubt solving. Our WhatsApp groups are always buzzing with students helping each other, students asking for queries with faculties. Yeah, so that support system is absolutely phenomenal at FPA, and therefore if you are a student sitting anywhere in the world, yeah, please reach out to us. We will be very, very happy to cater to your needs. As I said, we are a gold approved partner. Therefore, quality is something that we really take pride in, and we make sure that we meet those standards. Our pass rates have been constantly above the global averages. Therefore, if you are thinking now of pursuing ACCA, I would request you to visit our website www.fpa.edu.in or call us on 8080809466, and we will be happy to help you with any further queries. With that, I will take your leave today. Thank you so much for listening in. If you do wish to get any more knowledge or any more information about the course, feel free to put that query in the comment section, or you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn as well. You can find me with Zaheer Sayed, ACCA, and probably it's only me there. Yes, you can find me over there as well. Until then, thank you so much once again for listening in. If you've liked the video, please make sure that you share it with your friends and family so that they also can take benefit from this lovely and awesome course, ACCA. Thank you so much.